Try not to drop them. I know I did a fabric haul just last week, but it is the beginning of May and I would like to share my plans, giant plans that I have for this month. I have a few fabrics in here that you have seen in last week's haul, so some new fabrics this year. I've got some old fabrics from the stash. I have some fabrics that you have seen in the Anaconda Anthesis collection video, and a few more that I have added in as well. So let's get started. First up, we have this absolutely gorgeous fabric that I got from Seas on the island. It's a viscose and I have 6 meters of it. I want to make 2 dresses with this. One of them is going to be the 8177, and if I have enough fabric left, which I hope I will, the other one is going to be the 5951. I love both of those dresses for different reasons, and I think they are kind of both appropriate for the spring summer season, but in different ways. One has long sleeves and a slimline skirt. The other one is a strappy maxi dress, because that is the option that I would do from the 8177. The other thing I'm considering is maybe the 8177 a skirt and a top, because I do think this print will actually go quite well with some of the other prints in the collection. So that is another option. I'm not sure exactly which way I'm going to go yet. If you have any opinions, let me know in the comments section down below. Should I do 2 dresses or a dress, a top and a skirt? I would be interested to hear what you guys think. Next up, we have the mustard coloured double gauze that I got from Higgs and Higgs, and it has teeny tiny little gold dots all over it. I have 3 meters of this and I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I think it's going to be some kind of shirt dress. I personally prefer much more tight-fitting clothing, as you guys know, to the kind of looser aesthetic that I usually see made up with double gauze. I did make a 5951 last year with a double gauze that I absolutely love how that one turned out. So I won't be doing that dress with this fabric, but I'm thinking something maybe like the Butterick shirt, but with an elongated bottom so that it can be worn as like a mini dress, because I kind of think I would like that look. And that also could then be worn over leggings with boots. It would look really great with the waistcoats. I like the Butterick shirt because the sleeves are big enough that I can roll them up comfortably, so I think that could be what I do with this fabric. As I said, the other option is a full-on shirt dress, so like the 7974. That could look really pretty in this fabric as well. I'm excited to try this. I'm really glad that it's going to get sewn up, because I actually bought this for the Savannah collection, so it's going to go really well with those pieces of clothing I've got as well. I'm just not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I will be working that out. Next, we have this bright yellow fabric that I got from Dalston Mills, and it is still available. It's £7.70 per meter, and it is a twill or denim weight fabric. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is very bright. Now, I was considering buying a little bit more of this and making the princess coat, because the pesto green and the corally pink melon twills that I got from Minerva were not fit for the purpose that I wanted to put them to. I have since found a bright green and a bright pink fabric that I do think are going to be suitable for the coats that I want to make. So I think I'm going to stick with my original plan for this one and make a skirt and a Sorrento jacket. If there is enough left over, a little waistcoat would be really cool. Otherwise, these scraps of this could go in the bag making collection. I am really excited to make this up. I think those pieces that I want to make with it will actually be quite flexible in my wardrobe. As you guys have probably noticed, I've really fallen in love with yellow, and this is such a bright, happy colour. This will be the second piece of Anaconda Anthesis fabric that I have sewn up. This is the buttermilk colourway on the lawn base. I am intending to make an 8577 with this. However, I do have another Vogue dress that I absolutely love. I've made one up so far, and I owe you guys a sew along for that dress. I'm thinking I might actually use this fabric for that dress. It's a button-up dress. It has big pockets, although they aren't decorative pockets like the 8577. I have a lot of 8577s. Both dresses do need to be lined, so yeah, I'm kind of tempted to try something a little bit different, although I do absolutely love the 8577 and I always feel really good when I wear it, so I'm not ruling out doing that one. Whichever one I do, I am going to need to buy lining for it, because I am all out of cotton lawn. I will have have enough left for a little tie front shirt, whether that is the Gertie Butterick shirt or the 9345 that I've altered. It'll be one of the two. The Butterick shirt actually has larger pattern pieces, so the Vogue shirt is easier to get out of scraps of fabric, but I have 5 meters of this fabric, so I should have more than enough to do both a dress and a shirt, which is awesome. Next up I have these two viscoses that I got from a shop on the Goldhawk Road. I think it was A1 Fabrics. I've made this up in the pink and green colorway and I used it for an Eve dress, and I can imagine myself very easily going down that rabbit hole again and making an Eve with both of these. But the brown polka dot fabric that I made up my half circle skirt in the Vogue 9006, I actually really love how that turned out, and I love how it looks together as a faux dress, but then the flexibility of having those two pieces as separates gives me so many more options. And I am making a lot of skirts in this collection, so I'm kind of leaning towards making separates out of these two because they are abstract enough prints that I actually think they go quite well with the large anaconda and thesis print, as well as some of the florals that I've got in this selection. So yeah, I'm thinking separates with this rather than a dress. My usual go-to, as you guys know, is a dress, and for 3 meters of fabric for a viscose it usually is an Eve dress, so it would be nice to try something different. And I do think, whilst I don't wear separates very often, I think the fact that I could wear it to look like a dress and then have those tops that I am fast falling in love with to wear with a lot of the skirts that I've made, I think that might be a good idea. Again, you'll have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. And then the last two fabrics I have, again, were featured in the Anaconda and Thesis collection. I've got my gingham and my stripe. Both of these are cottons. This one is going to be the McCalls 7974. This one, I wanted to play around with this McCalls pattern that I have made before and I really, really love. But the thing that I actually ended up realizing about that other pattern was I think I kind of wished it had sleeves, which is not something I say very often. I didn't get the sizing quite right on that one, but I've given that pattern to my sister-in-law, so I need to retrace it anyway. And one of the things that I didn't like was the gape that I had from not putting any sleeves onto that dress. And as you can see in the pattern envelope, all of the different options have sleeves. There isn't a sleeveless option up there, so I do need to work out the armhole situation if I do go for this one sleeveless. The other thing I'm thinking is that Holston skirt that I made with the interesting seam lines, because this is a stripe, that could look really good as that, but then I would need to put on a bodice to make it into a dress because I do want this to be a dress. And I'm thinking that maybe again it might not be quite so flexible, so I'm kind of leaning towards perhaps another Butterick shirt, but shirt dress. I think what I would probably do is use this one first because I can get more of this. If not exactly this fabric, I can get more of this type of fabric, whereas the Higgs and Higgs double gauze with the spots on, I know they have a couple of colours, but I'm not sure if they have that mustard colourway again. So I think I might experiment with this one with the Butterick, turning the Butterick shirt into a shirt dress. If that works, then that is definitely what I'll turn the cotton gauze into. I am really excited about all of these projects. I still have a couple of leftovers from last month because my overlocker broke halfway through the month, so t-shirt week didn't happen. I swear I jinx myself by saying t-shirt week is going to happen and then something comes along and it doesn't. I really want to sit down and do t-shirt week, and I also have my waistcoats that I want to design and draft from scratch and make up some muslins for, and then I have a bunch of fabrics of, like, you know, decent size but leftover pieces from projects, previous projects. So the waistcoats will be getting made this month as well. That is a lot of plans, but I think it's doable, and I'm really, really excited to be working my way through the Anaconda and Thesis collection. As you can see back here, having taken all those fabrics out, there's only one left back there, which is the coral poppies on the yellow mustardy background, which I got from Lamazi recently, and I did buy the last 6 meters of it. I haven't included it in this one because I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do with that length of fabric, but it might work its way in as well, because I do have a habit of wanting to sew up new fabrics the minute that they come in, otherwise they end up being deep stash fabrics, as you have seen. So yes, which one of these projects are you looking forward to seeing? Let me know in the comment section down below. I think I am most excited about the yellow florals and the Anthesis shirt dress. I think both of those are going to be absolutely gorgeous and I can't wait to make them. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this one here.